Hey, what's up guys, I'm Michael King, back again with another video. So today I'm going to analyzing GBPUSD, and as you can see this is GBPUSD on the monthly time frame. So now I'm going to zoom the chart a little bit so that we can have a clearer view of what's happening on the monthly time frame. So first of all, for my previous video I explained, which was to maintain that bias, I explained that this is a bearish market on the monthly time frame. But however, from my previous analysis video, I anticipated price to fall to this favorable gap right here. Let me zoom chat a little bit. I expected price to fall to this favorable gap right here. Then when price get there, I expect price to get to this favorable gap right here. But however, if you look at what happened after the NFP and before the week comes to an end, price started the way up. So what I'm trying to figure out right now is I'm expecting a possibility that price wants to first take out this area first. Looking at it on the bigger time frame, I feel like price wants to first edge this point right here. Then after that, maybe sometime in the future, price might decide to head down this fair gap. But for we to have a clear understanding of what I'm trying to point out here, I will first of all mark out this fair gap right here, then mark out this fair gap right here. Then we'll go to the weekly time frame so that we can see what exactly I'm trying to discuss about and what you have to expect for the week. So that the lower part of the favorable gap is at 1.23375. Then let me make the color a little bit different, or we can just use this because I want to make this video as fast as possible so that I can just have an idea of what you're expecting this week in your trade on GBPUSD. Then while I'm trying to set up the favorable gap, you might be wondering why I analyze only the GBPUSD. However, I do that because that is the only currency pair I trade. I belong to those few traders that stick to only one currency pair. You might be wondering why that. Well, trading is preference, and I realize that sticking to only one pair works best for me. So that is my reason for just sticking to only GBPUSD. To my personal bias, GBPUSD is my favorite currency, and I feel it's the best currency pair out there. It's not true, it's not a fact, but it's just my opinion. So now if you look at price right now, you realize that what I'm trying to figure out on the monthly time frame is this favorable gap right here and this favorable gap right here. So price is stuck between these gaps. So now in the previous month I expect price to get to this area first, then get to this area. But if you look at what price is doing, you realize that price is going up. We ended the week, don't worry, we are coming to weekly time frame, but we ended the week with a strong bullish candle, meaning that there's a possibility that price wants to get to this favorable gap right here. So now from the monthly time frame, the two things we've confirmed is we have a bearish market overall and we have this two favorable gap right here. So that's the two things that I've managed to point out from the monthly time frame. Now I'm going to decrease that a little bit and go to weekly time frame. Perfect, so that we can see what we are expecting for GBPUSD. Now this is favorable gap right here for the monthly time frame, the upper one, and this is the lower one. And if you remember on the monthly time frame, we also have this other block. So favorable gap and other block, these two are like confluence, like a reason for price to sometime in the future get to this area right here. So now looking at the weekly time frame, you can see the powerful move this candle ended up as a kind of strong bullish candle. So it means there's a high possibility of price ignoring favorable gap for now, and instead price might consider this area as a priority first before this area. For my previous analysis, I was looking at here as a priority first before this area because of the fact that on a daily time frame around this area right here we are having a series of downtrend, which I explained in my previous video. However, price violated that downtrend, and instead as a trader you must be very flexible. So at that moment I switched my bias from trying to assume that it's a bearish pattern on a daily time frame to okay, we are continuing this upward pattern, and the possible area we're likely to head towards on the bigger time frame is this favorable gap right here. Now if you look carefully, let me zoom chart very well. On the weekly time frame, price is heading to this favorable gap right here. However, there are some areas that you might want to take note of on the weekly time frame, areas that price might want to pull back to before it continued the upward movement, because there's a possibility that we might start this new week with price trying to trade lower. But if price is trying to trade lower, where are the areas we should try and look out for a retracement move, and you can be able to join the trend for the next move to the upside. Now, what do we have right here? We have an order block right here. I'm just going to mark it out. Now, when I draw a order block, I'm not saying that's how they do it, but based on my trading style, based on my back testing, and based on how I work with my order blocks, when I want to draw an order block, okay, let me see very well. I don't look at this wiki right here. I look at the body. You understand? That's why I start measuring my order block from. I don't know if that's how everyone do it, or I don't know if that is if it's like wrong to other people. But me personally, based on my edge, my strategy, and based on how I trade order block, I just look at the body, not the wick, because most times price touch the wick, and you might end up getting some loss in the process of price getting to the body. So most times I just patiently wait for price to first get to the body first, then I think of what to do next. No, so now looking at this area now, that's an order block on the bigger time frame. That's the weekly time frame. I'm still going to go to the 4-hour time frame just to see if I can get more areas that we can look out for price to retrace to. So now, this is the order block on the weekly time frame. Let me zoom it a little bit. Why are we joining this order block exactly? If price is making this strong impulsive move and we are feeling okay, there's a possibility of price getting to this favorable local price here, we are likely to try and be patient to wait for areas to draw price back. That is, areas that price might want to come down to, because since price have broke the structure now, we're having like an uptrend. So now, by the book, how do you expect to trade an uptrend? You trade an uptrend by making sure that you are entering the ending of a retracement move and the beginning of the next impulsive move. That is, it must be in between the ending of a retracement move and the beginning of an impulsive move. So what I'm just trying to point out here, I'm trying to point out areas that price might want to retrace to, and those areas might be where you can find buy setup and move in line with the flow of the market. That is, market currently now, based on what I'm seeing right now, is likely to head to this point as a priority first. So since we have that bias now, it means we're going to look for how we can join this move to this low gap right here from the smaller time frames. So now, for the bigger time frame first, we have taken note of this first order block, which price might just want to head towards first before it started heading higher, right? That's the first point. Now let's come to the daily time frame to see there's any other area. Now, interesting, if you look at the daily time frame, okay, look at the daily time frame right here. We also have order blocks. So now, what you can do, we have a two option. You can draw another line. Let me zoom in. You can draw another line right at this point here, so that you can be like, okay, fine, this is the daily order block and this is the beginning of the weekly on. Or you can just do something like this, bring this red line here and put it over here. That is, you're trying to refine, to adjust it, you understand? So you have a favorable gap on the weekly time frame. By the time it came down to the daily time frame, you realized that okay, we also have the other blocks there, so you like adjust it to the daily time frame. That's two methods. You can choose either one. You can have like two lines, one of the weekly time frame, then one for the daily time frame, or you can just refine the area of interest, right? So my area of interest is this. I want to see if price can want to retrace down to this area right here to continue the possible move to the upside. So now, if I'm looking at something like that, what do you think I will look forward next as a confirmation that okay, fine, price wants to get to this area? I can come to either the 4-hour time frame, but most preferably I like the 1-hour time frame. Can come to the 1-hour time frame. Now, what I will do next is, if I feel that okay, I want to see price get to this low here first before it continues the major move to that favorable look up right there, I want to see a break of structure. Because if you look at this right here, this is a clear uptrend. We have higher low here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We have a higher high here, higher low here, higher high. So it means currently on the 1-hour time, let me try and zoom it a little bit. This is the current low right here. This is the low right here. So I'm just going to draw the area. Then on Twitter, I noticed that some of you guys are interested in knowing how I trade. And for you guys who haven't checked out my Twitter, the link will be in the description of this video. You can check it out. So some people are interested in how I trade. I can't give you guys an exact time, but I promise you guys that there will come a day when I will show you guys how I trade the forex market. Like, we're going to have this kind of you're going to see more of how I trade beyond this weekly analysis of GBPUSD. But that is something I'm going to work on, but not now yet. But in the meantime, I'm just going to focus more on just making this YouTube channel a channel where I'll just be giving you guys weekly analysis and showing what to expect on the forex market. And as you have seen from the previous video, I will not be right all the time. There will be times I'll be wrong. But hey, I'm just showing you guys here how I trade the forex market and what I expect. So now, this is the low right here. Now, if I'm holding the bias, let me decrease it to be perfect. Now, if I'm holding the bias that I want to see price fall to this area right here before it continues the upside, what will be my what will be my okay? It's looks like this bias is moving in play. Is if price can break this low here, because if price can break this low, it means we have a temporary downtrend. And one thing that just usually get confused is, okay, how do we mix the downtrend of a bigger time frame, or how do you combine the trend of a bigger time frame with the trend of a smaller time frame? The first thing you have to understand is that bigger time frame trend is dominant, is the fact. And looking at this on the let's look at the 8 time frame. Realize that we had a downtrend here, right? Which I was pointing out from my previous videos. Now I said I don't expect price to go higher than this. Now what do you see here? Price already gone higher than this. It means we already have a transition from a downtrend towards an uptrend. And if price is likely to start going up, we have to start looking for areas that price is heading to. So it means I'm expecting a kind of upward movement. However, we don't expect price to keep going higher and higher and higher. We might want to see price come down, go up, come down, like a kind of step. So now, if we're having that idea, it means overall on the bigger time frame is what? Bullish. But we can have some temporary counter trend, like kind of downtrend. But anytime we're having a downtrend in a smaller time frame, you understand that it's making a downtrend because of the fact that it's trying to head to a particular area. That is, the retracement moves to a particular area will look like a downtrend on a smaller time frame. I don't know if you guys are getting my point, but that is how it works exactly. So it means this is an order block right here from the daily time frame and the weekly time frame, because if you look at both of them, we have order block around this area. So now, if price wants to get from this point right here to this other block right here, what do you think price is going to do? It's going to make series of lower, lower, and lower, like a kind of downtrend until it gets to this point. Then when price gets to this point right here, what you will now see next is what? A break of structure. That is a transition from a downtrend to what? An uptrend. So the transition from this kind of downtrend to what? An uptrend proves that okay, price have traded down to the other block, and now it is time for price to continue the flow with the bigger time frame. So it means you can sell around this area if you see a break of this low right here. So if price can trade lower than this point here, it means okay, price is likely to head towards this area right here. Then once price gets to this area right here, price will start heading what? Higher. So a transition around this area will show that okay, it is time to move with the bigger time frame. So as a forex trader, you must be very flexible. You must know how to change, switch. You might say okay, fine, I want to sell now, but the moment you realize that okay, fine, market is no longer showing me a sell opportunity, switch your bias immediately. You must be flexible, because at the end of the day, you are not knowledgeable enough to see okay, markets move like this or move like that. At the end of the day, the market will move the way it wants to move. So as a forex trader, you must be able to be very flexible. But now I've given you guys an idea. Okay, this will be valid if we have a break of structure here. But however, there's a possibility that we might not have a break of structure. Price might want to just keep heading higher, because sometimes price might be in a hurry to get to this area, this fair look up above. Because if you look at this, somewhere around this was I think on the 7th month of this should be somewhere around July or so. I see the price also ran all the way up. There was no any single steps or higher high and higher low, just ran all the way up. So it might want to happen here again, however. So if that is the case, what you have to understand is that, let me zoom out a little bit. You can look for area to buy. if in case price don't want to break this low. For example, we have an order block here. Price might want to come down to this other block here and head higher, or even this other block right here. It might be an area for, you can see, okay, this is not a favorable low gap, but if you go to a smaller time frame like the 15 minutes time frame, you might see a favorable low gap right here. But nonetheless, this is another block right here. So if price wants to break this low, there's a possibility that price might want to come to this area or this area and continue the upside. So it means I've given you guys now two possible scenarios looking at a smaller time frame. That is, you can see a break of this low right here. It means price is heading for this other block on the bigger time frame. Then wait for transition, or even when price is following this area, you can look for sell areas to keep selling, right, based on your strategy. But in case price does not want to break this low, another possible scenario is you can look for price top around here, this other block here, or even this other block right here. So that being said, that is all for GBPUSD analysis. If you do enjoy, hit that like button, share to your friends, drop a comment. I really appreciate that. And like I said earlier, check out my Twitter. I'm going to put a link in the description. So that is all. See you in the next video. Peace.